Attorney Jim Desmond, not the first time he's been on the program today. Welcome back in. I'm Michael Vanover, joined again by Jim Desmond. We're not talking waffles right now. We're talking a little law, right? Is that what we're talking about?
But I appreciate you inviting me for the waffles.
Thank you. How were they?
Tasting call me.
That's
too.
right. Yeah, you're flexible.
Yeah, I'm volunteering.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. All right, so it's Labor Day coming up. People, schools are back in session. More people out on the roadways. It's important, more important than ever right now to be careful out there, right, Jim?
Right, and that's the thing is, I mean, nobody wants to be in a car accident. Right. And I always like to say, look, I do car accidents. I always say people need a car accident lawyer. Not everybody needs a personal injury attorney, but everybody needs a car accident lawyer. And a part of it's because, again, you know, whether it's the crowded, streets because of the schools or traveling for Labor Day, you kind of have to look and say, well, what do I need to do ahead of time to get ready for those type of things when it comes to car insurance? But also, if it happens, you know, who can I call? I had I'll just tell you real quick, a little side note. I take my an old SUV I've got in for an oil change, tire flies off afterwards, and the company's taking care of it, but it's that same process where, you know, again, the car was damaged. How do you deal with that, body shops and everything else? And that's why I say to people again all the time, I'm like, all these commercials say you need a personal injury attorney. I'm gonna get you a check. I don't like that. I hate it. Because first of all, it's half the game. It's not how much I get you with the right hand, it's also how much do I keep people out of your settlement with the left hand. Second thing is, again, whether with holidays and internet or traveling out of state or whatever, somebody should be able to call somebody and say, hey, look, a car accident happened. I don't know if I want to do a claim or not, but I want to call you as a resource, and I'm fine to do that. So
that's right. And the number that we have on the screen, or that we will have on the screen, of course, is your cell phone number, and that's been your cell phone number. It's been out there for years now, right? 2005.
That's the, you know, we do the advertising, and I think sometimes people think that's a gimmick. No, that's been since 2005. Same number my kids have, everybody has. You know, because again, my clients are great. I save their number. They're very respectful of it. But again, they can call with other things. Now, if they call me about a family law question, I'll refer them to somebody else and say, you know, my experience is 30 years old when I was in law school.
But you don't even mind those phone calls. Obviously, your expertise, as you said, that's what you do, is car accidents. But, you know, you have people that you know that you can refer out, so that's always helpful.
All I do is car accidents. I limit myself on purpose. But then, again, how do you find a good lawyer? Many times who you know, it's either your friends or, again, other lawyers.
So if you need any law help, and of course, obviously, car accident help, 502-609-7657 is Jim's cell phone. All right, so you talked about not everybody needs a personal injury lawyer. I think this is interesting, but everybody does need a car accident attorney. Talk about the data. How many car accidents is the average person in their lifetime?
About 3 to 4 car accidents in a lifetime.
Yeah, so I mean, it's called 3.5. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. And so in those moments, you should probably consult somebody, correct?
I think so, because again, it's a different area altogether. We're not familiar with it. We don't know what we really need. I mean, in the sense that we being an average consumer. I always say about the legal practice, the other thing is you want to consult someone who does just car accidents if you can. The legal practice has become like the medical field where, you know, you're not going to go to an internist for if you need surgery.
Right.
And so again, I can give you a little bit of advice on something else, but you know, I can't say expertise because of the little bar association. My practice is limited.
Your focus.
My focus, thank you, is limited to car accidents.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you do. That's right. That's all you do. And you're proud of that for sure.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about somebody watching right now that's hearing what you're saying and they're going, well, I was in a car accident a year ago. I was in a car accident a year and a half ago. Is there a statute of limitations, and is that something that they should still reach out to you about? How does that work?
They can talk to me about whenever.
Okay.
Statute of limitations for a car accident in Kentucky is 2 years from the date of accident.
Okay.
That can be extended. I don't usually talk to my clients about that.
Okay.
The bigger thing that people make a mistake on that is they say, oh, I got 2 years and I'm not going to do this or that. The case lives and dies on the medical records. So if you're injured, you got to go get the treatment. Okay. If you're not injured and you don't want to do it, I understand. You can still call and say, okay, I've got a car accident question, whether I can get a rental car, whether I can get my car fixed. I understand that. But if you're injured, you got to go ahead and get the treatment, because if you go 3 months without treating, it looks like you weren't hurting.
Sure. And I think it's important, too, to tell people that the attorney's fee doesn't change whether they call you now and they were in an accident 18 months ago, or if they were in an accident yesterday.
Right.
And the fee, and again, tell me if I'm wrong on any of this, there's no out-of-pocket expense unless, of course, you win a settlement for them. Is that how that works?
Yeah. Again, I got to watch what the bar lets me say, but the case costs are the responsibility of the client. But yes, overall, and even that, I don't charge that back unless we win. So yes, unless you win, you don't get charged an attorney's fee.
There's no out of pocket,
and you don't have any. Yeah, you were right. I'm sorry. I went around the wrong way.
That's a long way to get. So no out of pocket. That's the important thing to remember. All right. So if you would. everybody is hit with different attorney ads. They hear so many messages online.
Do I get to criticize the other ones?
No, I don't know. It depends how you want to take this question. What is different about working with attorney Jim Desmond?
You deal with me. I mean, I think that's important. I really do, because I used to be with one of the big firms, and I know I tease Michael here about that, but it's a factory. I mean, you bring in all these, the big firms, it's like a factory. They bring in all these cases, too many for an attorney. I don't like that, okay? I wanted the clients to deal with me directly. I was in Florida this weekend. I still dealt with clients, okay? They're all respectful of it. You know, that's why you deal with me directly on the cell phone. It's easy. I'm going to leave here, and my 20-minute drive home, you know, I'm going to basically, again, be able to address client issues. Versus otherwise, you get this lack of communication. I just took a case from somebody else, and again, not only could they not, the client couldn't know where the case was, but even the material the attorney, when they let him go, gave to me, I still couldn't figure it all out. And I'm trying to piece it together. Well, people shouldn't have that happen. I mean, again, if you're in a car accident, you don't want to be in a car accident, but if you are one, you should be able to get questions answered. What's your legal rights? What should I do? Should I get treatment? Is my, you know, what's going to happen with my insurance? Which insurance can we use? Those you can't
right
get
away from a person, a real person, and the attorney in this case.
Here's my snobby, arrogant side. Sorry, guys. Everybody knows it's there. Again, you should get that from an attorney, not a paralegal, case manager, or a secretary. I'm sorry. That's just the way I work.
What you went to school for. So well, I mean that's that's what you've been doing for the last 20 years.
17, 18 years. All I've done is car wrecks.
Right.
And even before then, I did insurance defense and other things on other sides. So yeah, it's not. I don't like. I advertise on TV. I've had people approach me and say they like my ads because they're straightforward, rather than, oh, I'm going to promise you this, I'm going to promise you that, or we had these past results, so we can do this. It's like, no, let's sit down, talk, have a conversation. If we're not on the same page, we're not meshing, that's fine. But it's a free consultation. We go from there.
Yeah, so again, you can just pick up the phone, 502-609-7657. Again, is Jim's cell phone, and it's free. It's a free consultation, so
Absolutely.
Just call. Yeah, I mean, and you'll have a conversation.
Whether you're injured or not, if you've got a question about a car accident, I don't know.
But I think a lot of people, as we've been talking about today, they're confused. Should I call? Should I not? Am I the type of person that wants to sue somebody? Well, is there money at the end of at this case?
So that's a 10-minute phone call to get them in the right direction, and then they can decide afterwards.
There you go. That's right. It does not hurt. So make sure you give attorney Jim Desmond a call, or you can always visit him online at attorneydesmond.com. All right, Jim, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for helping with the waffles as well. All right.
Like I said, bourbon next time.
That's right, bourbon next time. That's all right.